let's look at that really carefully, right? There's an ICE officer that appears to be attempting to open open the door. They are currently, as of right now, reversing, avoiding them opening the door. They have just stopped reversing. I can see the ICE agent appear to be reaching into the car, what I would assume attempting to unlock the door.
Yeah, and the guy that shot her, actually, if you look closely, you're gonna see he opens.
Okay, so the person that shot them
before she moves.
So the person that shot, there appears to be a secondary ICE agent officer that is right behind the person who is attempting to open the door, who is openly aiming at what I would presume the driver's side, though you cannot see it in this video. But you could see right here that there is very tiny, what appears to be a man who is holding up. And now that we see what happened, they appear to be running. You can observe very clearly this person, the driver, is turning to the right. The other officer appeared to, the one behind the one trying to open the door, is appearing to move backward away from the vehicle as the vehicle is trying to get away. And as this is happening, that is when the fire happens. They pulled out their gun and boom, shot fired right here.
3 shots, and then he reholsters the weapon.
So
clearly he was like in so much danger, right?
So look, he's already off to the side.
Yeah.
Take a look. Watch.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't like speeding like super fast. She was like slowly moving.
Right
like
here,
anybody can get out of the way.
All right. So if you look right here, tire's going this way. Tire is also turned, right? Where they're going to be going in this direction. And you could see the foot of the guy here as well as here. He's out of the way. Even from this front angle, even assuming she wasn't turning away, she's clearly not attempting to run the guy over.
I mean, it's very clear for anybody that has 2 eyes and like a brain to look at these things. But when I said it's irrelevant, Amanda, unfortunately, like even if this guy is going to be convicted, there's somebody in the White House that is going to give him a pardon.
You think?
And it's the same guy that pardoned like criminal offenders and from January 6th.
So we're scooting
is
forward
the same
here.
Guy that pardoned
once again,
drunk trafficker.
Without the annotations, without doing anything, you could see clear as day. The car is going to start moving forward here. He is already well out of the way. There is zero chance that this woman is going. You can already see the leg way behind the Honda Pilot. She was not attempting to run this guy over. In fact, she turned away. She actively avoided trying to hurt him. And as she was turning, she was shot. Shot to death.
By the way, there was a doctor that wanted to give her like help. They even blocked the doctor.
They blocked the doctor. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but do you trust Trump not to pardon this guy and make him like to be like a patriot for doing his job?
Yeah. No, not only will this ICE agent likely go scot-free, but he's going to get his own book deal and he's going to get a nice spot on Fox News. Why would I assume likely. Otherwise?
I mean, you shouldn't. That's the problem.
Just completely insane. You're on the line with First Amender.
Hey, good evening, First Amenders. Bumpy.
Hi, Bumpy. What you want to talk about?
How you doing? So what I wanted to talk about is, despite how terribly unfortunate it was, the shooting of, I believe her name is Renee Good, if I'm correct, rest in peace. That as tragic as it was, unfortunately, it was justifiable.
All right, why don't you help me out?
I believe that there was no deadly action taken to Miss or Mrs. Good while she was parked, while she was in neutral, while she was in reverse. And it was only when her vehicle was unfortunately traveling toward a law enforcement officer that individual felt they were forced to fire.
What if I told you that individual was on the side of the vehicle, who was behind the person who was trying to open the vehicle, And she had specifically turned the vehicle away from that gentleman to not hit him.
I would say that from the videos that I have seen, I cannot ascertain that the individual.
We ascertained that early into this debate. But if you want, by the way, if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing right now. I'm a really small YouTuber and I'm really just trying to build up. And I really think that I'm going to be making more content and you're going to just see not just debates, but as well as content like this. So stay tuned to find out. So I am observing what appears to be a car that is leaving a frame and then a sudden turn of the camera to then veer off towards the end where there is a large tree in the way. And then we can observe towards the right what there appears to be an officer that is behind a silver Chevy vehicle and the Honda Pilot in question just behind. And so if we just zoom forward just a little bit, you can see that there is a clear move out the way motion that is done by the officer with the Honda Pilot veering off. Before, of course, the person even moves out the way, you can see the exact placement, and I'll just show it right here, the exact placement of the driver as well as the tire of the vehicle. So you could see here is your tire and here are the feet. You could see very clearly the feet very much behind based on the perspective of the tire itself. So look at it very closely, tire, feet, and you could see tire is turning this way and you could see that they are clearly taking off, and somewhere around here the firing was performed. Let's see.
Okay.
One more time, you could see, boom, move out the way, clearly not hitting him at all. And let's go ahead and get the secondary angle of that where we can see it again. And we're going to do it same speed, same amount of rigor. So here we have the lady backing up, not wanting to get, now notice that the person that fires is actually not the person trying to get in, but rather the person behind him. It's very difficult to see, but you could see them, their head poking out right here or so. So then they go forward and then a fire. And then as you can see, turning away, you could see the tire is clearly having moved away. It had very clearly turned to avoid hitting that officer, and he shot. So no, empirically, she did not try to hit him. Empirically.
Well, I don't think I agree with you. I don't think she tried to hit him, but I do think he felt threatened that he was going to be hit by an individual.
Well, so the tires are turning away. What presumption would I have that he's going to, do you believe that it is reasonable to assume that you're going to get hit with a car with the tire turned away from you?
Because the individual can't see the tires. So
you can't see the tires in front of a car. You can't see the turning of the tires and the fact that you see literally half the tire as it's poking out of the vehicle. You can't see that. You're telling me you can't see that.
Not when your focus is on the driver that you're ordering.
All right. Well, what about the part that they are angling away? Have you ever walked past a car as they are driving and you seem to, like, even as they're moving, you casually walk past them because you know it's impossible that they're going to be able to hit you?
Okay, but can you follow my logic for a second? This officer that shot, he started on the passenger side of the vehicle. Are you agree with me? And then he walked towards the front of the vehicle.
No.
And
that didn't happen.
Cycling all the way across.
No, that didn't happen. He was on the driver's side and then moved out of the way.
Okay, but go back.
And the driver actively avoided hitting this person.
Okay, but go
once
back
again, one more time.
Before.
One more time. We're going to show it one more time so you can see it. Everybody can see it. It's not the person trying to open it. It's the guy behind here. And you can see that they are trying to drive off. And then the turn, he pulls out his gun and then he moves out of the way. They're leaving. Boom, fire. You can see it right there.
You're showing the same replay because I'm on the delay. I'm assuming you're showing the same replay. If that is the case, please notice that the officer moves away from the vehicle at the same exact rate that the vehicle moves forward. as if though the vehicle
and
were
they're
pushing
turning
him.
away. They're clearly not trying to hit him.
Yeah, but how could he match the exact speed of the vehicle lurching forward unless that vehicle were pushing him in that direction? The guy moved
I have no idea
backwards
what
at
you're
the-
talking about.
When the vehicle initially lurches forward from a stop, you will notice that the officer moves at the same exact
Why would he
speed
be
as
there
the
to
vehicle.
begin with, right? Why did he stand in front of the vehicle to get him to prevent them from leaving?
I mean, does it matter where an individual stands in performance?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there was an incident regarding a security officer that prevented somebody from leaving, and when they were trying to leave and escaped, he ended up shooting that person. That guy got 30 to 40 years. He's in jail for the rest of his life because of blocking a vehicle. The fact that this ICE officer is blocking the vehicle is a very good example. And this person clearly made a conceited effort to not hit this officer.
The security guard stopped partially in front of Freddie's truck, and an altercation immediately began, one so dramatic that witnesses nearby started filming. 28-year-old Logan Gimble, the Cornerstone security guard, confronted Freddie and Carrie, telling Freddie that he was under arrest for trespassing. Freddie apparently argued that Logan had no authority to arrest him. While this part of the argument wasn't filmed, Logan turned on his body cam soon after, capturing the rest of the harrowing incident.
Off my property. You know you've been trespassed. You know you're not supposed to be here. You refusing to leave my property? I told you to leave property! I told you to leave property! You've been trespassed and warned multiple times!
I called the police. Get
Get the out the vehicle now! You already tried to hit me once! You move this vehicle again, I will fire!
Logan immediately shot 4 times into the windshield of the truck, fatally wounding Freddie.
I told you to stop it! Do not angle the vehicle at me! Call the authorities now! I told you not to move the vehicle! I told you!
You call 911 right now! Oh my god! You oh my god!
You already tried to hit me with the vehicle once! And that is assault! You also used pepper spray!
He was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 25 years. Following this, Carrie Nelson filed a $25 million civil lawsuit for wrongful death and negligence against the owners of the property and Cornerstone Security Group.
No, a conceded effort to not hit the officer would be not to travel in the direction of the officer.
They didn't travel in the
Nothing-
direction of the officer. We see the video.
While they were in reverse, nothing
They
happened.
did not
It
travel in the
wasn't-
direction. All right. Okay. We could see the tires moving away. I showed you the video. I need you to acknowledge they clearly did not go in the direction of the officer.
Except that the officer doesn't know that because they can't see the tires from their vantage point.
Again,
The
they are
officer-
turning
the
away.
officer-
You can literally see the vehicle turning as they're going forward.
And then you see the individual moving at the same rate as the vehicle is because the car's literally pushing him.
How is he pushing? The car is not pushing him. He moved out of the way.
The video
Dude,
that
do you not
replayed
see
on-
this video? Like, do you not observe
I
it?
I don't understand how you don't see it. The video that you replayed, if you go to the moment,
There is
right when the car-
there is zero attempt to run over that officer. If you're being intellectually honest with yourself, there is zero attempt to run over to run over that officer. Zero.
Okay, would you allow me?
If they wanted to run over the officer, wouldn't they turn the car left and not right?
I don't think they were trying to run over the officer. I think they were trying to.
They were
escape,
trying to
but the officer
avoid.
doesn't know.
They were trying to
The
escape.
officer-
This was a fucking.
They were
By the
trying
way,
to.
this wasn't even an illegal immigrant. This was a white American citizen.
Would it have been okay if it was an illegal immigrant?
No, it wouldn't have been okay if it
Then it
was an
doesn't
illegal
matter.
immigrant, a white American citizen, or any of it. It's completely unjustifiable. But here you are saying it's justified. Explain to me how it is justified. We've just gone over multiple angles of footage. I genuinely do not understand how you can have this position.
because the vehicle traveled towards the officer. While it was in reverse, nothing happened.
They did
If
not
she had
travel. They
continued
once
going in
again did
reverse-
not travel towards the officer. That didn't happen.
Unfortunately, Mrs. Good made a fateful error in putting it in drive and heading in the direction of an officer.
Away
You
from
can
the
even
officer. They literally were moving away from the officer. They made a conceited effort to go away from the officer.
If you play your video
Holy
that you
shit.
showed me, you will see the officer gets pushed by the
I
vehicle.
wish I could
I'm
add
not saying
Daniel
he
to
gets
calls.
injured.
I really wish I could. It would be amazing.
I'm not saying he gets injured,
I
but
know.
you play your replay again.
I
show
played
the
it
individual-
multiple times. It's as clear as day.
Just show it one more time with what I said, that there's an individual, an officer, in front of the vehicle, and that the moment the vehicle begins to move forward,
So we have here, one more time, the man who is trying to open the door. They appear to be reaching inside the Honda Pilot. They're also pulling at the handle, which is apparently locked. The car is currently in reverse. They are backing out, and you can see that the car is clearly, the steering wheel is turned to the left, and then the car is now stopped. And the reverse lights just turned off, which would mean likely the car is either in neutral, in park, or in drive. It is safe to presume that they are likely in drive here. They had just released the brakes, and the guy, the ICE agent, is currently reaching inside the car while also with their hand on the handle. And there appears to be what appears to be a cop, or I'm sorry, an ICE agent that is from the camera's perspective behind the gentleman trying to open the vehicle. The car itself, you could see that the tires have now turned straight, whereas they were aiming to the left, as in the driver is likely actively turning the wheel towards the right. You can see here then the car begins to lurch forward, and the gentleman who is behind from the camera's perspective pulled out his gun. The vehicle is openly here now turning to the right, and you could see that the gentleman who was behind is not visible at this moment, but just a couple of frames later, fires upon the vehicle, then attempting to actively turn away from the gentleman who is at the corner of the car, and they shot, and the car is veering off, heading down the street. That's what I see.
And by the way, Amanda, if I could add, he
there
literally
was an
pulls the gun
individual.
before the car moves forward.
He pulled the
Directly
gun.
in front of where the
He did
vehicle
also
was
pull the
moving.
gun before the car even moved forward.
Well, yeah, officers pull their gun anytime they feel they're in a threat.
No.
And if you're ordering someone to stop a vehicle and they're not stopping the vehicle, you should pull your gun out. I don't.
This would be under the presumption that there's like a life threatening here, but this is not life threatening. Not even close.
You don't think a vehicle is a life-threatening object? A vehicle
It can be, but not
thousands
in
of
this
people.
circumstance. He was well out of the way.
Then why did the vehicle push him back?
Aaron Clark is also saying that they did not render aid either. So there's going to be a multi-million-dollar payout.
Well, they did. They called their medics. Regardless,
Apparently they
after the fact.
prevented people from accessing it.
Prevented an individual of which they do not know his medical qualifications which could have made everything much worse. Just because someone says they are who they are, that doesn't mean they should have access to any situation. You should
All right.
allow a medical professional to arrive and render aid.
Well, I
not
guess
someone who's
I guess
medical.
we can then just say that we have to agree to disagree here, because to me, you're saying it was justifiable because she moved into him, but to me, it's very obvious that
Correct.
she did not move into him. She actively avoided hitting him.
I think we can agree that it's very tragic. It's very sad. I think we can agree that Miss Good or Mrs. Good at no point attempted to kill this officer. I think that Mrs. Good was in a state of escape for whatever reason, but I think that the timing...
Yeah, probably because there's a
was
fucking ICE agent trying to open their freaking car with passengers.
Would you, if you're an American citizen, would you have a reason to be afraid of an ICE agent?
They are an American citizen.
Yes.
And
So they
yes,
had
you
no
would have a
reason to
reason to be
fear.
afraid of ICE agents, especially now.
Why? You're an American citizen. The
They
agent
already
ordered me to do
already arrest American citizens,
anything. They detain, but I don't know about arrest.
but they could still get
Ask
arrested.
him what? Oh my
Well,
God.
depending on
This guy's
what
amazing.
behavior they exhibited prior to that. I mean, if this
So
person
you're just
was breaking
so we
laws,
presume guilt before innocence in the United States now? Is that cool? Cool with that?
I said if. I said if.
Yeah. If.
If,
Yeah.
if
Well,
their
probably
behavior
not
warrants
presume
it.
guilt before innocent. That's fucking idiotic.
I would never presume guilt.
I agree.
Now,
Maybe you shouldn't argue
this-
saying that, well, maybe we should, I don't know
the
what else
vehicle in
to
question,
tell you here.
the vehicle The vehicle in question was perpendicular to the road. It was in the middle of the road, perpendicular. That is a cause for action from any law enforcement personnel, if only to check on
It
what's
wasn't
going on.
perpendicular. It was about maybe 40 degrees, maybe.
It was blocking the lane of traffic.
So you're
I mean,
saying that
at
somebody
that
should
house,
get
she was trying
killed
to get
for
out.
blocking the lane of traffic?
No, but I think an officer has the right.
I mean,
to
you're the one
question,
saying it
but
was justified, so I'm trying to understand your justification. Number one, she wasn't aiming at the officer at all, and so that's not justifiable. And blocking the lane of traffic is not justifiable. Where's the justification?
putting a vehicle in drive and moving in the direction of an officer.
Again,
That's where
they
it's
did not
justified.
do that. They literally did not that.
Nothing happened while she was in reverse. It wasn't until she put it in
He
drive
pulled his gun
and
out.
accept in the direction of an officer.
You're
That
fucking
was the fatal
ridiculous,
mistake.
dude. And you think that
I'm
that's
sorry
the
you feel that way.
justification to kill somebody?
I think it's a justification for the individual in front of that vehicle to protect their own life.
I think,
expect
and I'm
officers-
just going to be honest with you. I think you need to think about this longer.
What if it was your child in front of that car? Would you trust the turning radius? Would you trust that she turned the
What?
wheels?
I would pull the
enough to
child out of
avoid-
the fucking road. Why is my child in the front of a car?
Why is someone moving in the direction
I
of
don't
the
trust
child?
any freaking car. I don't trust being in front of any car ever.
If someone is anywhere remotely near the front of your car, you should never put it in drive and accelerate.
What if they're
I
trying
mean, I
to
think
get
anyone
away?
would-
I'm going to get out of the way.
If someone is in front of your
Jesus
car,
Christ, dude. This is actually
it's a law
bonkers.
enforcement. It's not bonkers. They're giving lawful
We have
orders
to agree to
an
disagree.
individual.
You're literally, you kept saying over and over that they're aimed at them. And it's like, I don't know. I guess that's it. We're done.
They aimed in the sense that they're traveling in the same direction. I don't think that Mrs. Good was.
It was nice talking to you,
attempting
Bumpy.
to kill them, but I do think she was attempting to escape, and
Yep.
her direction of escape happened to be the same direction.
If I were
this
you, I would
individual
not
is.
tell, I would not tell my family members or any friends that this is what you think. Very good way to lose the grace of the family members and friends on that one. It was good talking to you.
Have a good night.